What is happening, guys? Martin is back again. And today, guys, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of my thoughts on Zara's summer collection. And this is 100 mils, and again, the actual title is summer collection. Funny enough, guys, I've actually worn this probably in Spain a few times, and it jumps off the skin. And this is probably my second bottle of this one, and it's definitely not a bad fragrance, guys. I paid £12.99 in the UK. I think in euros it would probably be cheaper. But for me, guys, it tells you the breakdown on here, but I'm going to check the breakdown, and I've checked out the breakdown on Fragrantica. And again, this is 100 mils. And the breakdown on this one, guys, is saying it's got grapefruit, violet leaf, peppermint, geranium, cinnamon, pineapple, sandalwood, labdium, and musk. I have to check out what labdium is. But just looking out on Fragrantica, they're saying pretty much the same thing. Violet leaf, mid notes of cinnamon. Now they're saying on there also, yeah, it's pretty much word for word. I can't see any variation really on that side. Labdium being a flower, from what I can see, but I will check that point out. But anyway, guys, in respect to this fragrance, for me, the opening is bright, it's sharp. I'll just give it a spray so you can see. The opening is bright, it's sharp. Imagine like orange juice that's just been opened, freshly squeezed orange juice, just been opened, or grapefruit juice. Something that's very bright. The pineapple is there. The grapefruit is very, very fresh, very mouth-wateringly fresh. It's not a bad fragrance at all. This is definitely one for the summer. This is definitely one to keep in the bag when you go into maybe the beach or something like that. I mean, I can't comment on anything else, but saying that I don't think this is flawed at all. This is £12.99. It's straight to the point. You know what you're getting, and I think that's a good thing that Zara used to do. They don't always do it anymore. But on, you can see this is 8.0. And Zara used to put the note breakdown actually on the bottle, and you can see they've done it there. That's actually a good thing in my opinion, because it makes it very clear, so you can see what's in it. You're not trying to work out, well, what fragrance is this? I'm not sure where it's coming from. You can see what's going on the bottle. So well done, Zara, for this one. Keep this one going. And this is a good release, guys. As I say, the mint in there as well. I don't know if it's got mint in, but I feel slightly in the dry down it does have something maybe slightly minty in there, but it's still a very nice fragrance. I can't say that this is a bad one at all, and I believe it's worth the money. Now, guys, for those that know, in comparison to this one, this is Boss Bottled Unlimited. So this is my 100 ml bottle of that one. This is coming to an end now, and I decided, do I replace it and get a cheaper version, or do I get this one? So just versus the two, this one obviously Boss, you can see the atomizer that Boss have. This one's nearly coming to an end, so I only have a little bit of juice left. So I think this is the difference that you get straight away when you have different qualities of fragrances. This one is a spray that you just put on anywhere. It doesn't matter, you know. You can spray, and it's fine. But it's going to be very bright, and it's going to be very in your face and very brash, very harsh, unforgiving, nearly with the level of freshness and brightness that you get from this bottle. While this one's slightly more subdued, this one, very, very different in the opening. It's not as bright as the Zara version. Now, just to give you the breakdown on this one, guys, to see the comparison, it's saying effectively on Fragrantica that this, to some extent, is the same thing. I can't see actually any difference in the notes. I think it's saying it's got mint in the top notes for this one, whereas this one doesn't necessarily say it has it on Zara's bottle, but that's not a negative thing. For me, guys, I can't see actually any difference in the note breakdown, but the issue I had with this one was longevity. I believe the Zara fragrance actually lasted longer on my skin because of the brightness and the opening. It was able to smell and project a lot longer than what this one did. And this one, I think, is slightly more, is a richer quality. So I think the pineapple in this one is not as bright as this one, but still the pineapple note is still there. And this one, to me, didn't last as long on my skin. As I say, this one probably I could get easily maybe around 4 hours, 5 hours plus. And this one, really, unless you're in the high heat, this one wasn't really doing it for me. Only probably lasted maybe about 3 hours or so. And then the thing about the difference between the two, guys, is that this one is going to compare itself to original Boss Bottled, while this one doesn't have anything as such to compare itself to. The dry down on this one will take you back to Boss Bottled. Not necessarily predominantly enough that you could say that it's not a flanker. You can tell it's a flanker, but at the same time, you can smell also that DNA from Boss Bottled. It's a little bit like when Armani Code, you have different flankers on Armani Code, but you also get an essence to sprinkled in of the actual original version of the bottle. And between the two, guys, I mean, this one in the UK is costing, maybe you get it on sale for around about £40. I wouldn't spend more than that, to be honest. I don't think it's worth it for that. While this one, again, is £12.99. And between the two, guys, in my opinion, I would actually go with this one. Zara have done if this is a clone of this one, this is a fantastic clone. But in my opinion, this is fine to be of its own. There are differences in it, guys. This one is probably richer. This one is probably slightly more... It's got a different breakdown of notes, even though the actual ingredients are the same. The way that the CRG is different to this one, I'd say, to this one. And this one's quite linear once you've sprayed it. Yes, you do get, once the brightness of the grapefruit breaks away, you do get the other mid notes in there and everything else like that one. This one does smell slightly more complex, and I think maybe it's just the choice of the maybe the quality of the ingredients. They're the same effectively on paper, but at the same time there are two different fragrances in my opinion. But yes, there are similarities and it's close to it, but this is a good imitation for the price point. This one, however, if you're into Boss Bottle and you want to have something else, then this one is probably a good one as well to go with. But this is my first bottle and it will be my last. I will not be purchasing another bottle of this one. I'm going to stick with this bad boy here from Zara, because Zara have done me right. Zara have done me right on this one, guys. So that's my quick review on that one, guys. Just my quick thoughts. It's fantastic for the summer to keep something like this around. $12.99, you can't go wrong. Me personally, between the two, I'm going to go with this one every time. This one, yes, have the experience, but I wouldn't say that you purchase it. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want to ramble on anymore. Thank you for the comments, likes, subscriptions, guys. Let's keep it going. Let me know what you guys think. Have you purchased this one, or have you also tried out this one? You guys have also asked some other questions as well regarding some other videos, and I will respond accordingly and make sure I get some information to you regarding any new fragrances and reviews that I do. I'd like to also, guys, do a review of this one at some point as well that I got from Duo Fragrances, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on this one as well. Okay, guys, thank you very much, Martinez. See you guys soon. Peace.